Hey everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and yes, I'm back again for another video. I've been in the mood to make videos today. So again, we are Thursday night, July 20th. This video I'm making is going to talk about how to get inspired to be more witchy. So I have a lot of beautiful brothers and sisters that are on my witchy page, which is the Brujas, and then of course my sisters in the Coven. So, you know, I always say that we feed off of each other's negativity, or if we're all very positive, or we're feeling inspired, you know, we tend to feed on each other. And so I try my hardest every day to inspire my brothers and sisters to be more witchy. I post a lot on different social medias, like, you know, of course I have my homeschooling page and my vegan page, my vegetarian page, all different types of pages that I have, and I try to inspire because we need that sometimes. We need that boost that's going to help us through a bad day. You know, we're going to need that boost to say, you know, it's okay if you're having a bad day. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be pissy. It's okay to just cry if you're having a bad day. You know, you have to go with what you're feeling at the time, you know, and sometimes you just have to be like, you know what, it's okay. And, but sometimes it's hard to be inspired to be witchy because, you know, you work, you know, whether you're going to work, you're going to school, you have children, you have a significant other, you have animals, whatever it is that, you know, like this says, hey, for example, you're a mama. You have to get up at the crack of dawn to get your children up, get them dressed, get them fed, and get them ready and take them to school. Then get your ass fed, ready, and take your ass to work or wherever it is that you have to go, work or school or whatever. You get there, you spend all day long working, okay? Working or going to school, sometimes both. You get off just in time to Zoom and pick up the kids from school, get them home. Everybody's cranky because they're tired, they're hungry, and they're all looking at you. What we gonna eat, Mom? I'm hungry. So you don't have time to get out of your work clothes or even unwind. So while everybody is unwinding and relaxing and just chilling out, you're in the kitchen cooking, you know, and so you're cooking, everybody's watching TV, chilling out, and, you know, if you ask anybody, hey, can you take the trash out? Hey, can you do this? It's always like, Mother, I am feeding y'all. I will give y'all each a cracker and call it a day. But let's just say y'all aren't me. So, you know, you're doing all this and you're cooking. You get everybody fed. Everybody's fed. And they're like, oh, thanks for food. If they even thank you. And then they leave their plates and then bye. They're all gone. So in between helping the kids do their homework and making sure they get their bath, doing the laundry, picking up any mess, feeding any animals you might have. Oh, and not to mention you have to clean the kitchen and put food away. By the time all that happens, it's damn near 11 o'clock at night. You barely have enough energy to take half a bath. Like literally, you're just getting in there, washing the crevices and the things that are important. And you're like, fuck it, my hair can go another day without being washed, but these armpits need to be washed today. So, you know, you just do what you have to do, right? Then you crawl into bed and you're like, ugh, finally you go to sleep, right? And don't let that man be like, hey, nothing, my ass is tired. If you wanted some nookie, you could have washed the dishes. But no dishes, no booty. That's just how it goes, okay? I'm just saying, just in case, all right? Anyway, so this happens Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, however your week goes. So I can understand there has been no time for you to, you know, pick up your phone, check your social media, read a book, nothing. Sometimes all you get is the weekend. So here comes the weekend. You try to sleep late if long as you can because, you know, that's the only way you get to sleep late. you get up and you still have to do laundry, and the kids are hungry. Oh, I got to go get groceries. Oh, I got to clean the house. I got this, I got that. And you try to at least have some fun, try to go see a movie or do something. So before you know it, it's Sunday night. Made dinner, time to clean up the dishes, make sure the kids, get to bed, get their stuff ready for school for the next day, and your week starts all over again. So I get it. I get that there isn't any time to be witchy. Then you have some witches, that I mean that I don't work. But just because I don't work doesn't mean that I'm not busy. I work harder at home than I do at any job. And so, but it doesn't really matter what type of job you have or whatever it is that you have to do. If being a witch really is something that you really want to do, and you really want to have the time to do it right now, then you have to set some time. You have to look at your schedule. And when you have so many things that you have to do, like most parents, you have to wear so many freaking hats, okay? There's so many different things that you have to do. So this is when you really need to, whether you get a binder or you get a planner or you get something simple like this. This is my to-do list. I have a planner that I use, but you guys know, I'll show you a blank one. This is a blank page. I will go and write all the things that I need to do, and then this is my feedback on them. So if I made phone calls or I paid bills, whatever it is, I write it here. Anyway, this is something that I carry in my purse, because my planner, I don't carry my planner in my purse. It's too big. But writing down everything that you have to do, okay? And that way you can say, okay, I want 30 minutes to myself to look at social media, to go through my witchy pages, or to look on Pinterest and, look at whatever it is, whatever witchy things I'm looking at. Or I bought a new witchy book and I really would like to read it. I'm going to get up earlier, 30 minutes earlier. I know it's hard if you're going to bed so late and you have to get up so early. But if you can take 30 minutes, even if most books are audiobooks, you can get whatever witchy book, an audiobook of it, and while you're taking a hot bath in the morning to prepare yourself for the day, get up an extra hour earlier if you can, or half an hour earlier. Make a hot bubble bath and put your audio phone or whatever it on and just listen to it while you're taking that time to relax. Or take that time to prop up your iPad or your phone, take a hot bath, and watch YouTube videos. Watch some of your fellow brother and sister witches show you a spell or talk to you about something. Take that 30 minutes or an hour if that's what you need for yourself. Now, if you get up an extra hour early, you can take a hot bath. You can listen to your iPad, watch movies, or watch YouTube videos, listen to an audiobook. Then go in the kitchen, make yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, have a nice breakfast, and then be like, okay, I've taken 30 minutes to myself to enjoy a good breakfast. I've had a nice relaxing bath. I've watched some YouTube videos, or if you're on any witchy pages or your social media, you've had time to do that. Trust me, in an hour, half an hour to an hour, you can get a lot done. Have your clothes ready the night before so you don't have to even worry about what you're wearing the next day. Everything's laid out for you and your children, and get that done. And that way you've had that extra hour. Or if you don't want to do an extra hour early, then stay up an extra hour late at night. But I know it's hard because by the time you get in the bed, you're just like, oh, you're asleep, And so that's why I say getting up is probably better for you. During your lunchtime, instead of, if you have like an hour for lunch or even 30 minutes for lunch, instead of going out with your friends to have lunch, pack your lunch, because one, that's going to save money. Pack your lunch, and when it's lunchtime, either eat at your desk or go outside to a bench. Hell, if it's nice outside, sit outside or sit in your car and eat your lunch. Get away from everybody, from all the noise or whatever, and go in your car or go outside, wherever you're going to go, and take that time to look at your social media, read your witchy book, whatever it is. Take that time for yourself. and then continue the rest of the day. You know, whatever it is that you have to do. If you get out of work or school an hour before your kids do, then that hour, instead of running around doing whatever you do, just take that time for yourself. You got to go to the grocery store, do it once you get the kids, or whatever you have to do. You have to find time in your day to be inspired to feed your craft. Okay? And you're not going to get any better in spell work. You're not going to get any better in reading tarot cards or reading tea leaves or making oils or knowing your herbs or knowing crystals. You're not going to get any better by not doing anything. You know, if there's something that you want to accomplish, you can't rely on other people to do it. You can't be like, I'm too tired to do my own spell. I'm just not in the right mindset. I don't have time for this stuff. Make time. What makes you think that other person has the time to do your spells? You, yourself, need to figure out what it is that you want and how you're going to get it. Now, I understand if you don't know how to do it, but just to expect somebody else to do it is wrong. And so, I think that everybody has the time to be witchy, and it don't take on so much at one time. I know when you watch videos of people with their book of shadows, or they're making their own candles, or they're making this or making that, you know, I know that you're like, oh shit, I want to do that so bad. And you know, you want to do it, and you just never have time, and you feel like you're such a failure. Like, for example, I've been wanting to make paper forever, right? I've been wanting to make paper forever. It took me a long time because I just, even with the time that I have, it's just like, oh, it's going to be a lot of mess, a lot of this. But once I did it, I took everything out and I just started making paper. But it was time consuming. You know, I made all this different type of paper. It was time consuming, but once I did it, it was a lot of fun. Like that. Well, this is paper that my friend gave me. She bought this paper from, was it this? Yeah, she brought this paper from an Etsy shop. And so she gave me that, but then these I made myself too. Anyway, so I've been wanting to make paper, and it just took me forever because I just really didn't have the time to take everything out, and you know, and on and on and on. And so, but if you do schedule yourself some time, I mean, think about it. If you're married and you know your husband is telling you, hey, on this day I want to watch the fight, or I want to watch the game, or I'm gonna have friends over and blah blah blah, that you need to make the time for yourself. You need to be able to tell your significant other and your children, hey, mama needs this day to herself. You make a schedule, and this is how it's going to be. You know, you have to be able to set time aside for you, because trust me, nobody else is going to care if you get time or not. As long as everything is getting done. And I don't mean to say that as in kids or your significant other aren't supportive of you. It's just that, you know, moms, we are really looked on to, you know, save the whole freaking world, you know, like what about us, you know, and especially being witchy. I find that there are so many witches who are over the age of 35 and older now that are just now getting back into the witchcraft because they never had the time to do it as a young mother or as a young wife. They never had time to do it because they had kids, they had a husband, they had to work, they had to clean the house, they had to cook dinner. You know, they just didn't have time. But you know, so of course, like everything gets pushed back. And I know because that happened to me too, you know, and it's just, it really isn't fair that, you know, women, we get stuck with so many responsibilities, and, you know, we have to wait till we're damn near death before we can have our own time. And so I'm just saying, to be more witchy, you have to be inspired to, number one, to find time for yourself. That's the number one thing. You have to be inspired to find time for yourself. And during that time that you have, whether you take an extra hour every morning to yourself or an extra hour at night, maybe your husband can make sure the kids get a bath and get to bed, or he can check their homework or whatever it is, or do the dishes, whatever it is that you have to do. Fine, look at your schedule, write your schedule down, all of these that need to be done, and get very organized with that, because you want some time to yourself. And if you want to, on the weekend, and you say, you know what, I don't want to do this on Sunday, we will do what we need to do, but from 2 to 6, that's my time. 2 to 6, I'm going to work on my book of shadows. 2 to 6, I'm going to make candles. 2 to 6, I'm going to do whatever it is that I want to do. You have to set times for yourself. If you only have the weekends off, set times. 2 to 6, 2 to 4, 1 to 3, whatever it is. Give yourself some time to do your own things, whether it's gardening outside, planting your own herbs. I mean, I think that would be great to have your own herb bar, out there, so you can just pick, and then you go inside and you do whatever you want to do. I mean, an herb garden is really, really cool. I want an herb garden so that way I can do my own herbs. I don't really need a garden because we have so many, what do you call them? Farmers markets. I was going to say fruit trees. Farmers markets that we can go to, and so I don't really, have to do that. And besides, it's like the freaking, we live on the sun here. It's so extremely hot here in Texas. And so I don't want to be outside. No, I don't want to be outside harvesting tomatoes when I can go inside an air conditioner store that has them all ready for me. I know, right? Just lazy to the core. But I just can't stand the heat. I just can't stand it. It makes me want to do horrible things because I can't stand it. I can't stand the heat. Okay, that wasn't even what I was talking about. So, yes, definitely. And another good thing is that if you're in a group, whether it is a coven or just a witch page, and there are other brothers and sisters on that page, and they are super supportive, and they inspire you to do things, that's what you need to be around. You need to be around a good group of witches who will inspire you, who will feed you inspiration. Just sprinkle that inspirational glitter on you. I know, I'm being silly. I think because I have a headache. I'm just like, anyway. Yeah, I definitely think that the key to success of being a better witch is, number one, is to have motivation for yourself, as in finding the time to do what makes you happy. And even if none of that stuff that you have free time involves witchy things, having free time, even if all that means is taking a hot bubble bath and watching a great movie while you're in the tub on your iPad or on your phone or on the TV, or listening to music, drinking wine, or going out with your friends to watch a good movie, or whatever it is, because whatever you do that takes the time, that you take time out to do for yourself, it's going to relax you. It's going to make you just feel better. You're going to have more peace and tranquility. And that helps you, number one, to be better focused, to be inspired to do more. When you're happy yourself and you're not stressed, you feel so inspired to do other things. And then when you watch these videos of these great witches that are making oils and tinctures and soaps and candles and spells, and they're showing you, this is a spell that I do for my whole family. This is a tincture that I make for my family for during the wintertime so we don't have the flu. The Lady Grave Dancer has some amazing tincture videos that she does for her family before the wintertime so they don't get sick. Or just doing spells to protection for your house, doing stuff to have peace and tranquility into your home. Whatever it is, just spending that time, just 1 hour a day on yourself will help you so much, because you're going to be so clear and focused, because your mind isn't going all like this, all crazy. You've taken the time to just like, Let me just quiet my mind. Let me just meditate. And I mean, it's so nice, you know. And then you'll be able to be inspired to do all kinds of stuff, you know. It's fun being a witch. I love being a witch. I love being able to make my own herbs and tinctures and all kinds of concoctions that I can use. I love feeling that I have control of what goes on in my life. I love the fact that I have the ability to, you know, not so much manipulate, but with the power of intent and attraction to be able to continue to bring success and happiness and wealth and abundance, you know, to myself and to my family. And so, and all of that has just been, it's just come from being inspired to be a better person, which makes me a better witch. And so, and again, don't become overwhelmed thinking that I have to make all these candles. I have to make all this paper. I have to go get this book of shadows. I have to go here. You don't have to do any of that. You just do what's comfortable for you. Make a list of things that you would like to do. Again, I'm going to show y'all something. I keep showing y'all this, but this is the Leonie Dawson's life planner. This is amazing, 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 amazing life planner. This is for the whole year. This planner right here helps you with so many things. This helps you accomplish things for the whole year. Now, it doesn't have to be all related to witch. It could be all related to witchy, but this is just about you. This helps you to help your different situations like creativity, your soul, your mind, your relationships, family, body, house, travel and adventures, finances, community, self-care, support, your dreams, goals. So this right here, so say by the middle of the year, you can look through the middle of the year and see what you have accomplished already and see what, and so you can write the future things that you want to accomplish. There's a list in here for 100 things that you want to do within the year 2017. And she makes these for every single year. So if you feel it's too late for you to get one right now, I mean, look at these. Look at this great. Everything is all colored and beautiful. It doesn't have to be Leonie Dawson. It could be whatever other type of life planner, or you can just you can make one of your own. You don't want to buy it. This was like, I think I got this in a bundle because I got this and the planner in a bundle because I use a planner for my daughter's curriculum. I use the Happy Planner myself. You guys know I use the Happy Planner myself. But what I'm saying is by becoming organized and doing something like that, you know, you can see what you can write, what you want to happen for yourself from now until this time next year. Or if you want to start in, you know, January till, you know, January of next year, however you want to do it. But you can make a list of things that you want to happen. Things that I want to happen for myself this year as a witch. This is what I would like to accomplish by this time next year. I want to be able to know at least 20 herbs by name, by sight. What can they do medicinally, magically, and, you know, culinary. You know, how can I cook with them? How can I do spells with them? And how can I cure myself with them? So say, give yourself 20, 10, 5, however you want to do. Say, I want to be able to know what 10 crystals are, to be able to recognize them and know what they're good for, and how can I use them in spells to help better myself. You know, I want to know how to make my own oil, or I want to create a tincture. Whatever it is, make yourself a list of things that you want to do. If there's a list of books, everybody has Pinterest. Get Pinterest and make a board. Books that I want to read by the end of whatever time period you're giving yourself. Go through there and type in Wicca books, hoodoo books, voodoo books, whatever type of books you're reading. Books by Anna Riva, books by Raven Silverwolf, I think it's her name, or Scott Cunningham, whoever it is. Look up all their books and put it in a board. And that way you can go through there and you like, I'm going to go buy myself a witchy book. Let me see what I want. I would show you what I have a little booklet that I write all my books in. But Make yourself a list. These are the books that I want to read by the end of. And when you purchase a book, actually read that book. Don't just put it up. Read it. And so you have to find the time to read books. You have to find the time to do all the goals that you want to accomplish. Write them down and start crossing them out as you're doing them. That is the only way you're going to be a better witch. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody's going to give you the answers. Nobody is going to, you're not just going to, boom, wake up one day and it's all going to be there. You're going to have to learn the old-fashioned way, like the way all of us had to do, by learning and researching and reading and practicing every single day. Beating up on our craft every single day until we got it. Now, a lot of us don't practice every day, and that doesn't mean you have to get up and do a spell every day. It could just be something as simple as getting up and meditating, learning how to control your focus. Because when you are doing spells, that is the number one thing that you need, is to be able to focus. And through meditation will really help you to learn to focus, to learn how to manipulate energy, to be able to manipulate your own energy, to be able to quiet your mind, to be able to manifest what you're desiring. All of that, it requires energy. And so, everything has it's all connected to something. Everything's a balance. If you're eating trash, you're going to feel like trash. So what you're putting out there is going to be trash. I always say, you're fueling your body by what you're eating and drinking. So take care of yourself. Eat the right kinds of food. Drink the right kind. Make sure you're hydrating yourself. Lots and lots of water. And taking care of yourself, and that really will show in the way that you look, and the way that you feel, and the things that you're doing. If you're feeling good about yourself and you're feeling good, great, there's so many things that you can do. You can be a better mother, a better wife, a better husband, a better father, whatever it is, you're going to be 10 times better because you're at your best. So if you're trying to do spell work and you're trying to meditate and trying to get focused, it has to start somewhere. You cannot expect your body to do these things if you're not taking care of it by eating and drinking and getting proper sleep and trying to help with minimize the stress and the just the daily drama. So you definitely have to find some balance, and that's why I say books like that, like I showed you, the life planner, or just writing stuff down. What are the things that bring me stress? Then write it down. And next to it, what can I do to get away from the stress? If your job brings you stress every single day, ask yourself, do I want to live the rest of my life like this? So what's the solution? Every problem has a solution. So, you just take one at a time. If you are spending too much money at the end of the week, say on Monday you have $50 and you have $50 for the whole week, and by Wednesday you're broke. What am I doing wrong here? Well, let's cut out a Starbucks every morning. Let's cut that out, because when you go to Starbucks you get a coffee and you get probably a muffin or something, and that's like $12 or so there. $12, $15. You don't need that. Make some coffee buy yourself a nice coffee cup, or those disposable ones at the grocery store. Make your own coffee from home. Take a bottle of water and a coffee and make your own breakfast in the morning. Get up a little earlier. Get you a breakfast bar or get you a piece of fruit, whatever it is. Take it with you and eat it on the way to work, or eat it before you go to work if you can get up early enough. And that way you are saving money right there. Pack your lunch for work or school so you're not spending $20 a day on feeding yourself. Not only are you going to save money, but you're going to be able to pack yourself some nice nutritious lunches, and you won't have to rush to a place to go get lunch, rush to sit down, rush to eat it, and rush to get back to work. You just take your time. While everybody's rushing off, you already have your lunch. All you got to do is just go find a nice quiet place that you want to sit and enjoy your lunch. And you save money and you save stress. When you're going home for dinner, you got to pick up your kids from school, pack some lunches, not lunches, but snacks. Little, Teddy Grahams or whatever it is you give your kids for snacks. Have them already ready in a little Ziploc bag. Prepare them the night before and take them with you. Put them in the car in a little bag. So when you pick them up, they already have their snack and they can eat their snack and drink their juice, whatever it is you got to do. If you got to take a little, I have a little ice chest that I carry with me. So when I go places and they don't have food for me, I always have my own food. Especially in summer when we're running around and I'm so thirsty, I just open it up and I have cold water in there. So you can have some juice boxes and your kids' snacks in there, and it'll stay cold all day. And then when you pick them up from school, you already have their stuff. That way when you get home, they've already had something. So they can go do their things that they need to go do. You can go home, you can unwind, take your shoes and your work clothes off, and take a quick shower if you want to, whatever you have to do. And then start getting dinner ready. Make a very easy menu during the week. Make stuff that you can make in a crock pot. Make stuff on Sunday for the whole week, so all you got to do is put it into the oven. Like you can pre-make meatloafs and things like that if you eat meat. If you don't, you know, you can pre-make a lot of things. So all you have to do is take it out and put it into the oven. You know, be smart about your work week. And trust me, it seems like a lot of work, but you're going to save yourself so much time during the week, and you'll save yourself money by not having to stop at all these places and get food, and the stress of everybody coming home and being hungry and rushing you. I'm telling you. So anyway, I hope that this helps you to feel inspired to get more witchy by making time in your life. A lot of people tell me, I don't have time in my life to manage all this. And I'll tell them, well, let's start off what you do. Tell me what time you wake up and tell me exactly what you do for your whole day. And we're going to find some time in there. And we'll sit down and I will help them find time somewhere. And sometimes it's just little tricks like that. By having your lunch already at work, you're saving money because you don't have to, you know, buy food. You already have food, and you're saving yourself, you know, the time of rushing to get food and rushing to sit down and shove it in your mouth and rushing back to work. You've actually had time to relax at work, you know, during your lunchtime, you know, or just a dinner time at home. But whatever it is, you need to go ahead and find out how you can manage your time. And if being a witch and being more witchy is what you really want to do, then you make that happen. I suggest you guys read The Secret. Oh my God, The Secret is such a great book. It really helps you to manifest what you are seeing. If you can see it, then you can, you know, believe it, you can make it happen. And you can manifest whatever you want. You really can, because it really is just the power of intention. And that's where everything comes from, is your intent. And so, anyway, I could go on and on about this. But I hope this helps y'all to become more inspired, to become witchy. More witchy is by making more time for yourself. And like I said, don't become overloaded with all the books that you feel like you need to have, and all the oils and the herbs and blah, 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 blah. You don't need to do all that. Let you start one day at a time. So I hope this helped, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. And as always, love you all and blessed be. Bye.